Good day, viewers. We are here to tackle about the Commission of Education's Memorandum Order Number 20 Series of 2013 that states the removal of Filipino subject on our tertiary levels. So we are here to discuss it with our dear panels. So to start our panel discussion, may you allow me to ask some questions for clarifications. What can you say about the issue of removing the Filipino subject by the Commission of Higher Education?
Yes, the removal of the Filipino subject, well, it basically aims to remove all the general subjects, not just Filipino, including English, science, and subjects like that, to place it in the slot in senior high school because the CHED aims to remove or to utilize the use of 2 years of senior high school and not study those subjects again in college. So if they remove all the subjects, they will save money, they will save time, and college students can focus more on their specializations and their majorships.
I believe the CHED's decision to remove the Filipino subject in the tertiary level or the college because they believe Filipino subject is an easy course. They believe that that subject must be only taught to senior high school or to the junior high school so that in college you will have more time, you have more focus when it comes to your specialization.
Do you agree with the CHED's decision to remove the Filipino subject in college?
I totally and strongly disagree because I'm a Filipino and I don't want anyone disgracing my national language. However, that's one point to be taken and considered. But there are laws that will be violated, such as the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 14, Section 6 and 7, which states that the sustainability, development, and enrichment of the use of Filipino language in different fields. Thus, if CHED completely eliminated the Filipino subject in college, how are we going to expand and sustain our national language and literature? We patronize English language and literature too much. It's just very ironic that we're too knowledgeable on foreign languages and literature than our own.
I used to play when I was during my junior high school. So how about this topic on the Filipino? I never understand it when it comes to junior high. So for me, a Filipino subject is just not. You just need to know it. You need to learn it so that we need to teach Filipino subject in the colleges because during your college days, there comes a time when you have more understanding and more knowledge to share with your classmates, not just with your classmates, but us students with the community also.
Do you think that the memorandum released by CHED will hinder the intellectualization of Filipino language?
Definitely yes, because the problem for me is it will definitely serve as a hindrance in intellectualization of the Filipino language because the Commission on Higher Education cannot be assured that a student that is graduated from senior high school understand well the Filipino subject before because let's face the facts that the first year of implementation of K-12 there are lack of teachers to teach, so we can't assure that we know everything about Filipino. So for me, it is a total hindrance.
Absolutely, yes. I am very certain that will cause another dilemma in the Supreme Court and Commission ng Wikang Pambansa regarding the intellectualization of Filipino language. Just to inform all, intellectualization of language is very tricky and challenging step. One step in making a language intellectualized is majority of the population should have or possess a knowledge and skills in different fields regarding that language. One of the steps in making a language intellectualized is majority of the population should have knowledge and skills on that language. It is used in different fields such as mathematics, social sciences, medicines, laws, and so on. These are available in intellectualized languages such as English and German, but it is not available in Filipino. That's why CHED should consider the negative effect of this before amending something that shouldn't be amended. How can CHED say that the students graduated from senior high are very knowledgeable and fluent in Filipino if they can't even form a pure Filipino sentence without including an English word? Right?
What are the possible effects of removing Filipino subject?
As a student, removing this general subject Filipino has huge effects on us because we know we have different intellectual intelligence. So if you are a student, then you want to pursue a major in Filipino or what we call major in Filipino. If the Commission on Higher Education will remove this, then the student will find another specific field of specialization which is far from their personal interest. So it would be hard for them to understand and pursue their professions without pursuing the real and their best interest, which is the Filipino subject.
I think it has positive and negative effects. Well, one of the positives are Filipinos now are more globally competitive because in college they study English-based subjects and more of the medium that is used in academic subjects are in English. But in the negative effects, well, Filipino teachers in college will lose their job. Their choice will be they will put into senior high school or high school, then their salary will be lessened. That is why many Filipino teachers disagree with this action by the CHED. And that is why we should consider all the educators that manifest the effect of this action that is from CHED.
The possible effect of removing Filipino subject in college is very negative because Filipino subject is they degraded Filipino subject before, and now they want the Filipino subject to be degraded more, right? How can we enrich our subject? How can we enrich our Filipino language if we want to remove that subject in college?
As a future teacher, what can you say about this issue?
For me, as a future teacher, I appreciate the CHED's effort to somehow lessen the works of the students in colleges. Because as we all know, many students expressing their efforts that they have a lot of paperwork, they have a lot of quizzes, a lot of deadlines. So somehow I've come to a realization that CHEDS wants to somehow help the students. But for me, that reason is not valid to remove the Filipino subject just because they want to help and the Filipino subject is easy. For me, not favorable that Filipino subject must be removed for colleges.
Pilipino ako at Filipino ang wika ko.
Lahing Pili at Pino, yan tayo Pilipino.
Hi! Maayong adlaw, Pinoy ako at mahal ko ang wika.
Pino ako at tutol ako sa gusto ng Komisyon sa Edukasyon. Ako ay kabataan at ako ay pag-asa ng bayan.